Trailers and trash. Oh, you watch your ain't got no, you ain't got too much class. Oh, trailers and trash. Trailers and trash. Sit right back, we'll tell you about trailers and trash. There's a cameraman in Bumpy, brothers and Bumpy lads. Let's get going, let's have it's the band. So trailers and trash. Trailers and trash. And if you ain't got nothing to your own, trailers and trash.
Well, how about that? Welcome to Trailers and Trash, everybody. I'm your host, Marles Sparkley. Very special episode today. Before we get started, I want to apologize to our guest, Aaron Jennings, about the lack of chairs in this trailer. We got hit really hard last summer by drunken debauchery and rampaging dogs, and now we literally don't have any chairs left in the trailer. Anyway.
There's no need to apologize, Marles.
Well, thanks, buddy. Aaron,
I've broken more than a few chairs in my time.
You tall drink of water, you. Thank you for coming on today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We're just going to dive right into it here. Missoula Community Radio. Let's talk about that. What is your basic mission statement for Missoula Community Radio? What is it? I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there have no idea what it's about at this point, and
it's true. Well, Missoula Community Radio is about empowerment through radio. I mean, our main goal is to get radio in the hands of the people who need it. People like yourself.
Right.
And let them do what they want to do on the radio. You know, beyond that, there are other goals that we'd really like to embrace, like a goal of social justice.
Sure.
Help shine a light on things that need a light shined on them. But, we only have a broadcast range of about 3.5 miles. It varies. That's not something that you can easily put into a...
It's not concrete.
Yeah, we won't even know until we've got our broadcast equipment up and running. But okay. In fact, it can reach anywhere up to 10 miles. And over in Butte, our brothers in radio over there, they actually can... they've had reports of people receiving them up to 50 miles away. Oh wow! And that's on have the same class of license that we have. So it definitely has a lot more to do with where you're at and we're in the middle of the mountains.
Okay, and so it is up and running at this point.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's not.
Not at all.
Where are we at?
Where we're at is right now we have a license to operate, and we have our radio station on 105.5 KFGM, and we can do that from the Union Building. We've currently got an engineer who's reviewing our final antenna build, but we need to raise about $10,000 to
oh my gosh,
to buy equipment. I know it sounds like a lot of money.
And you're the vice president, right?
I'm the vice president.
Who's the president? Who's the team?
David Max is the president of our board. Anzalda Petrie is the general manager of our radio station. You might know her from the Ann and Teresa and Ann show. Oh sure, yeah, I've heard that. Exactly, and she also has worked pretty extensively with I'm sorry, the extension's blowing my mind right now, but the Butte station over there. She's actually the treasurer for a station in Butte. And has already kind of gone through the process of starting an LPFM in Montana. Oh, awesome! So she has a pretty strong background in she has radio experience and know-how. Yeah, she also sits in on KUFM from time to time when they need people to fill in, and she's been a social worker for over 20 years. In the state of Montana and training other social workers. Cool.
So she's empathetic maybe toward giving everyone a voice.
Yeah, our board actually has 13 people on it. It's a large board. Okay. With a really diverse group of experience. Another one of our board members works with Base Camp, which is it's a place for helping advocacy for people with disabilities of any variety. Okay, sure. And not even advocacy, but just access and a safe space. Access, helping them find good legal representation and things of that nature, maybe. Yeah, and I think actually just providing a community center, and a place for people to hang out and do things and
to just talk to each other. Resources. Yeah, a place away from Facebook where they can actually.
Yeah, it's amazing how much we need more places away from Facebook.
And so for Missoula, I know, right? God, tell me about it. I'm off of Facebook again.
I noticed when I noticed actually just today that all of our previous conversations come from Facebook user.
Yeah. Yep. That's me, Facebook user. I want to talk about funding a little bit more. Is there going to be any like sort of big drive in the future to try to come up with that $10,000, or maybe like a Kickstarter, or what's your plan, buddy? What's your plan?
Well, my plan and the plan that the whole board might have, or what we've approved, are totally different things, just based on how we act as a nonprofit.
Sure.
So originally, and so far, I haven't wanted to do any online fundraising, simply because I really was more interested in investing in the community.
Sure, keeping it in the community.
And we've been really successful at grassroots fundraising.
Yeah. So local businesses and.
Yeah, I've done some fundraising online before, and it can be really successful. So I'm not too worried about our fundraising goals really, but we've kind of tried to shift models, because originally I think we were looking more at doing underwriting, which is very similar to how other radio stations.
Underwriting, what is that?
So underwriting is basically the idea of if you're listening to NPR when they don't have commercials, instead they have this program was brought to you by the Foundation for
Sure.
The hearing disabled and the monkeys who need places to live.
Yeah.
It's but really what it is that our license and similar licenses can't make qualitative statements about the people who give us money. So we can't have a commercial saying like, you should go eat Bob's Burgers because Bob's Burgers are really delicious.
And that's due to it being a nonprofit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And it can get pretty murky, but those are some good hard and fast rules. Like you just can't make qualitative statements. You can't talk about like the cost of things too. Like
sure.
So like on KBGA, the local college station, like when they never say like tickets cost this much, right? Unless it's a KBGA event.
Oh wow.
You'll notice it like on their birthday.
So it gets pretty complicated.
Well, it's just context sensitive. And so there are some rules that as a program director or whatever, you definitely need to know and follow.
Sure.
And so it's been a huge learning curve too to learn all that about running a station. I don't have a strong background in radio. I just have a strong background in enthusiasm.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys are going to be broadcasting from the Union Club, is that right?
That's right. Not the Union Club actually, but the Union Hall building.
Union Hall building. Where is that?
So that's on it's on East Main Street. So it's it's the same building as the Union Club bar. But that's actually a historic building in Missoula. It was home of the first theater here in town, the first dance
no
hall.
way.
Yeah. So that includes both the Union Club bar and then the CLC, the Central Labor Council offices, and other union offices in the side room there, and the community rooms up top, which are a dance hall and a theater, which are technically open for the public to rent.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Why don't more people take advantage of that, I wonder?
Part of it's just knowledge, and one of the things one of my personal focuses at Missoula Community Radio is like helping people use those spaces for radio events. Like I want to broadcast live events.
Absolutely.
From the dance hall upstairs.
Right. I just want to say one quick thing. If you guys want to call in and talk to Aaron Jennings, go ahead and call 406-926-2630. We got a landline right here. We'd love to take your calls. If you want to shout out to anybody on the air, wish them a happy birthday, that's fine too. Speaking of which, you have a little boy, a little bundle of joy who has a birthday coming up.
Yep. Hi, George.
I wonder if do you think he's watching right now?
I sure hope he is.
He's your number one fan, I would guess.
I don't know about that. I've got some pretty diehard fans out there.
So Missoula Community Radio, is there anything else you want to touch base on with that? Let the public know, or did we?
Well, we have to. So I mentioned that we were changing our funding kind of goals and our whole foundation for it. So instead of like pursuing underwriting, which is getting contracts of other people giving us money for those radio spots,
a lot of we're gonna mucky muck.
Yeah, we're gonna move to a member-driven model. So the idea is like there will be like a small like due that you can pay for membership. But really, I feel like we've got to work out a few of the details here. But we're gonna have our first annual public meeting here by the end of January.
Oh, awesome! Cool.
Yeah.
So we're maybe looking at getting it off the ground by maybe fall?
Well, we have to have it off the ground by February of 2017.
Okay, you have to.
Yep.
Or what happens?
Or we lose the permit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So it's definitely like there's a finite timeline for this.
Yeah, you don't have... Oh, we have a call.
Excellent.
Oh. Like I said about the chairs. Hello, you're on Trailers and Trash. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, hi, I'm Steve Chelmsford. I'm calling from Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
Oh, hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
How you doing?
Good. What are you up to down there in Massachusetts?
Well, I'm watching this cool video of you guys. Anyways, I've learned to know Aaron through Facebook, which you've mentioned before, and I'm anxious to help him in any way I can with Missoula Community Radio, getting online.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Thanks, Steve. It's great. It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying your little chat there. So I wish you the best in 2016.
Awesome. What can he do from Massachusetts to help you with getting Missoula Community Radio off the ground?
Well, Steve's actually already been a great help in the sense he's made some donations, and I don't know if I'm actually allowed to disclose that. I'm sorry, Steve. I may have made a faux pas there. I apologize.
So that wasn't the point of the call, but I would love that shirt when you get a chance to add to my collection.
It's true. So we've really had some administrative difficulties just in we lost our secretary on the board recently, and I actually I've been using that shirt as almost you could say what's the word, like a wedge perhaps,
yeah.
Or to kind of make a point that of how we need to function as an organization before we can really make promises about radio content. So it's been
But when you guys start with your the fundraising, I'll be happy to donate some to the cause.
Oh, awesome.
Well, thanks, Steve. I enjoy your show every week too. It's wonderful.
Oh, do you have a show too, Steve?
I do. It's the Mop Tops and the King. By that title, can you figure out who the music is of?
The Mop Tops and the King.
Yeah, not everybody can. This generation.
The Beatles and Elvis.
Yes, of course.
Oh, nice! I got it right. And where can we watch your program there?
Well, listen, it's on community radio. It's on a handful of stations across the country, and I'm on a station in England as well. But you could check out the moptopsandtheking.com. That will give you where you can catch the show. Oh,
groovy, man. Well, hey, we really appreciate your call. You have yourself a good night, buddy.
You too. And I'll be in touch, Aaron.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Right. I'll be in touch too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. So I think at that point,
look at that. People are calling in.
I know. All the way from New Hampshire.
All the way from Massachusetts. That's amazing. That's really cool. Oh, you have a guitar, I noticed, and you got a microphone, I noticed.
I do.
You're in a country band or a country project. It's a one-man country project.
The cast might change, but I have a couple goals as a musician. Lately I've been playing with a local fellow named John Rosette, but yeah, I play songs, and I really am a Jimmy Rogers enthusiast.
Oh, great. Awesome. Yeah. Jimmy Rogers.
He's the father of country music.
That
could be debated a little bit, but I think most people can agree that he had a lot of influence on modern American
awesome.
music.
What are some of his more well-known works?
Oh, Blue Yodel, all of the Blue Yodels, Blue Yodel Number 9, T for Texas, Mule Skinner Blues. Would you like to hear one, Humpy?
Yeah, would you play one?
I would play one for you.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good morning.
All my nations bring me more bucket like your child. I wanna love you. I wanna love you what you gonna break from that in my let her turn the damn up. If you ain't no damn, let her turn the damn Wow, that was really good, man.
Thank you.
Jimmy Rogers?
Yeah.
Mule Skinner.
Mule Skinner Blues.
That was a beautiful song.
And if I may, I brought back a
Oh.
pint of booze from town, and I'd like to share it with
Oh
you
gosh,
now.
I guess this means we're gonna knock some boots.
You got it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bud. And now, what should people look out for? Say if they're downtown, they see a poster for a show, and they're thinking, "Man, I want to see that Aaron Jennings perform." What name is it they're looking for?
I go by Wailing Jennings.
Wailing Jennings.
Wailing Jennings.
Wailing Jennings.
Wailing, because I wail.
I wrote Wailing down on the notebook. What an idiot.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a little bit of a play on words, you might say.
Awesome, man. And do you have any like published CDs or music out at this point?
No, but you can check my website, and there will be stuff coming up there pretty soon. There's
What's your website?
WailingJennings.com.
You have a oh, you do have a
I do.
.com.
It's true.
Man, that's kind of a big deal. I don't even have a .com.
It's $15 a year. It's kind of a hefty investment.
It's a hefty investment, but $15 a year for my own .com. I think Trailers and Trash, the brokest talk show in America, might just barely be able to afford that. Barely.
Well, you can always take up a collection.
Oh, yeah, we can. We sure as hell can, buddy. Let's see. And you're setting up a recording studio in Von Common. The Von Common is an art collective, right?
That's right. So it's been around in one form or another for almost 10 years at this point. And really, it's a group of different Missoula artists that all came together to be able to afford studio space.
Oh, wow, that's great.
I mean,
it takes a village,
right? And that's the whole point. Is that actually like by getting like 6 to a dozen people together and finding a spot, like we've been able to create some really cool art spaces and have some great community events. Like we've had some good bands come through and big dances, and we've had, I think at our last art event, at one point we had like over 200 submissions.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I mean it's really it's fun because I think we're an accessible studio. 200
submissions, and they were all displayed, all 200 of them?
Yeah,
wow.
200 pieces of art. And
That's
this
awesome.
is in a warehouse, like in a row of warehouses next to like auto builders and welders and So it's a really interesting how we like kind of jumped.
You get a nice like diverse crew of people there, I'll bet.
And all of our neighbors are real helpful. I mean, they've helped us like build tables, and
that's awesome.
Been great.
And the recording studio you're working on building there, from what I understand, it's not going to be a traditional studio. Like, it's not going to be a band wants to come in and just cut an album and, you know, all professional and cut and dry like that.
Right. Well, so I mean, it's definitely kind of going to be a lo-fi thing in a few ways. Like a lot of analog equipment, and our goal is just to have a space where artists can kind of collaborate and make music without any kind of commercial interest attached to it.
Right. So it's a playground.
Right. I would like to start. There's kind of a format that I'm playing with where basically I'd like to have 2 nights a month where people come in, and it's kind of an open invitation for
listen to a track, cut a track, and just kind of
we all try to write a song, you know, together, like get a group of people together, and then every 4 months release a little comp.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Once again, if you want to call in and talk to Aaron Jennings on Trailers and Trash, the number is 406-926-2630. We are waiting for your call with bated breath. Is there anyone you want to call?
Oh gosh.
Do you know Spencer's number?
I don't, but I have my phone right here.
Oh, should we call him?
Yeah, let's call Spencer.
Yeah, let's call Spencer for fun.
I
wonder if he'll answer.
We can just call everybody I've ever been in a band with ever.
Oh my gosh, we might be here for a while. It'd
be pretty fun.
Yeah, Mariah Lara was on an episode, and we talked about Svengali Ollie a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was my first band.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was a real treat.
I've got his number here for you.
Oh, do you? Here, what is it?
Spencer wrote a song about her.
I know he did.
Yeah.
I think he played it on the air.
Oh, good.
I think.
I wrote some songs about her too, but I'm not allowed to play them in public.
Really? It's been long enough, hasn't it? Come on, Spencer.
He's not going to answer.
He probably won't. But he might.
That'd be great.
Hello, this is Spencer. Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message.
I'm pretty disappointed in him too. We should just talk about how we're disappointed in him while the message is going.
We should.
I'm really disappointed that Spencer didn't pick up the phone, because we were, trying to do this talk show, trying to call him live on the air, and he can't even take 5 seconds, to pick up his phone and say hi. Just,
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what he might be doing on a Saturday night.
Probably watching TV or playing guitar.
Yeah, I don't.
Or both.
My hopes aren't that high for him. I think he's staring in the mirror.
Well, maybe he'll give us a call back at 406-926-2630.
Happy New Year, Spencer, wherever you are.
So, do you got another song you'd like to play?
Sure.
I sure would like to hear another one.
So actually, kind of my main goal is, I mentioned Jimmy Rogers, and he's a musician who's inspired tons of people over the years. Mm-hmm. And a lot of musicians got their start actually imitating Jimmy Rogers, like Ernest Tubb.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Johnny Cash was obsessed with him at one point. He was. I won't even go there. But in any case, I feel like all these really talented people have done tributes to Jimmy Rogers, and I needed to find my own way to to kind of tip my hat to him.
Sure.
And so I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kind of replicate all of his recording sessions between 1927 and 1933, starting in August of this last year.
Oh. Can you imagine
Yeah, we'll wait.
that?
Well, let's do it. Oh,
they hung up.
They saw us.
Whoever was calling there, go ahead and call back. We'll wait for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. In any case, he recorded 110 songs over the course of 6 years, and so I'm going to try to record on the same dates that he recorded all of those songs. and do my own versions of them. With
Sweet, man.
People. Yeah, so I've done a few so far.
That sounds like a pretty hefty undertaking.
Oh, it's going to take a while.
Hello, you're on Trailers and Trash. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Vicky, and I'm calling from Missoula.
Oh, hi. Hi, Vicky, you said?
Yeah, my name's Vicky.
Oh, awesome. Do you have something you want to say to Aaron Jennings today?
Yeah, I was trying to call in defense of Spencer.
What was that?
I was just kind of calling in defense of Spencer. He's a real nice fella, and he's probably real busy tonight. You know, he would be really sad to know that he missed your call, because he's a big supporter of the community radio program too. So
He is. Isn't he a nice guy, though? I love that Spencer.
oh yeah, he's a nice guy. Aaron's not too bad himself either.
Yeah, I guess he's all right.
Yeah, well.
Do you have a question you want to ask Aaron Jennings today?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him if there was going to be a way for the younger community, like these, teenage sisters and that, to have a way to utilize the radio program and in a way to get information that would be useful to them out to the community.
Well, we've actually talked a little bit. Thank you for that question, Vicki. We've talked a little bit with the Zootown Arts and Community Center, and they've been really, really interested and really helpful. And I think that when we get to a point that we have a radio station that can broadcast, that we'll absolutely be working with the ZAC to have some kind of an educational program to get kids on the air and make content.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and good luck with your endeavors.
Hey, thanks for your call. Are you watching the show at home today?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, can you hear everything okay? All the voices are coming through clearly? Nothing's too loud or too quiet?
No, the music's getting distorted in the higher range, but other than that, sounds pretty good, folks.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for your call. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. You have a good evening.
You too. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye. Vicky, she sounded like a nice lady.
Oh, my mom's great.
That was your mom?
Yeah,
That's
was my
awesome.
mom.
Oh, she sounded like a great lady.
She's wonderful.
She immediately just said, hey, I just want you to know that Spencer's a really nice kid.
I should have known better than to talk bad about Spencer or my mom up here.
Well, we weren't talking bad. We were just riving him a little bit.
That's true.
I hope he calls back.
So did you say riving right there? R-I-V?
I said riving. Is that a word?
Ribbing?
Like you ribbing
somebody? I think you're ribbing somebody.
Rib. Well, I like to make up my own words.
No, I thought you said riving, which is an ancient Nordic technique of splitting wood.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I hope we weren't splitting Spencer.
Yeah. That
would be messy.
But if we were, at least it would be along the grain, and it would provide like a sturdier board by the end of it.
Okay, so we're gonna play another song.
Let's play a song.
Awesome.
So this is another Jimmy Rogers song. Ben Barry was a brave engineer. He told his fireman, "Don't you ever fear. All I want is the water and coal, and put your head out the window off the driver's road. Yeah, off the driver's road. Yeah, off the driver's road. You put your head out the window off the driver's road." Bendy Barry said before he died, 2 more roads that he wanted to ride. His fireman asked him what could they be. He said the old Northeastern and the A and B. He said the A and B. Oh yes, the A and B. He said the old Northeastern and the A and B. Oh Lord.
One day in the morning it began to rain. Around the curve comes a passenger train. Then Barry was the engineer, and with the throttle wide open, didn't have no fear. He didn't have no fear. He didn't have no fear. He had her wide open without any fear. Shook his head when they reached Atlanta, but with all he did, the train went flying past that curling switch, and then without any warning, yeah, she took the ditch. Well, she went in the ditch. Yeah, she took the ditch. And then without any warning, she took the ditch. Locomotive flew from the rails, but they never lived to tell that awful tale. His life was over, his work was done, when Ben Barry made his final run. He made his final run. He made his final run. When Ben Barry made his final run. Sweet. That was another Jimmy Rogers, right?
That's right. I recorded that one on November 30th, and he recorded that, I believe, in November 30th of 1927.
Oh, wow. So you recorded it exactly, let's do the math, 88 years later.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really something. So you're really into like cowboy culture kind of, aren't you?
I am, yeah, I'm a yodeler, and my great-grandfather was a singing cowboy.
Yeah, singing cowboy back, and he was around back in like the 1920s and 30s.
Yeah.
You brought some poetry,
I
what I
did.
understand. Would you like to read a little bit?
I would love to.
Old cowboy poetry from the 1920s and 30s? I mean,
this happens in trailers all the time.
What? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, gosh.
And what was his name?
His name was Jim Jennings.
Jim Jennings.
That's right.
Cowboy poet.
Cowboy poet. He was he's a real singing cowboy.
And he has like a published book there.
Yeah,
right?
he actually
you should show it to the what is it?
Tumbleweed by Jim Jennings. You probably won't find a copy of this anywhere.
Wow.
I believe it was I'm not sure how it was published. Probably by his son would be my guess.
I know. What year was it published?
1956.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't think it has any publishing details on it, but he actually ended up having tuberculosis, and he was in Galen, Montana, and sanitarium for tuberculosis there, where he was there for a year and a half, and the treatment at that time was supposedly, according to him, gargling turpentine twice a day and complete silence. And I mean, this is 1927, I believe.
Oh
I'd have to double check. But that was when he wrote down all his songs and poetry and like got it together in a book. Mm-hmm. Was when he had nothing else to do.
When he couldn't talk,
and no one could visit him because it was so far away. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was
probably a pretty rough place, I would imagine.
Yeah, but he lived for many years after that.
Nice. So he got over the tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Kicked tuberculosis' ass.
He sure did. I think he kicked.
That's awesome.
Man, there's a great poem somewhere in here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for it. I just grabbed one at random. But there's one great one that he wrote about somebody stole his gun, a pearl-handled pistol that he had one time. Mm-hmm. And he tracks the guy down and finds him and takes his gun back. And he's very like vague on the details of. He seemed like a fairly polite man.
Well, yeah, a lot of people in the Old West were, but if you pissed them off, they'd just shoot you.
Oh yeah.
That's how it worked back then, unfortunately. Yeah, Jim Jennings, and this poem is called
Prairie Music.
Prairie Music by Jim Jennings. Awesome.
There are some who like the operas, but none of that for me. They almost bust their buttons off for trying to hit high C. There's some who like the jazz and swing. Most everywhere you go, you can hear it blaring out upon some radio. I don't care for this foreign stuff from far across the sea. For though it's sung in this or that, it's still all Greek to me. Give me that old-time music, a good old cowboy tune, like Nighttime in Nevada or Roll Along, Wyoming Moon. But there's some that I like better when I lay me down to rest. It's music that is born and raised right out here in the West. I've listened to their same old song, nigh on 40 years, and when they start to serenade, it's music to my ears. And I always stop to listen when the gang strikes up a tune. It's just some coyote friends of mine a-howling to the moon.
Sweet. Man, that is what I like to call the real shit.
Right.
That's the real shit right there, man. Like 100%.
Yeah, you make fun of old people now, and I mean, he was cranky in the 20s and 30s when he wrote that.
Yeah, right.
If this is 1956, I wouldn't be surprised if some of this was written later. I'd have to ask my family.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, what else do we got here? Just looking over some notes. If anybody wants to call in, 406-926-2630. I said something. Where'd that thought go, Aaron?
I don't know.
Where'd that thought go? Oh yeah, I wanted to make an announcement. We broke the record for live viewers on Trailers and Trash today.
Oh wow!
We had 8 viewers.
That's great.
We had 8 live viewers at one point. Now we have 6, which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
6 is the most I had previous to that.
If this was a Nielsen family monitored show, I think we'd be blowing up.
Right, we'd be blowing up.
Yeah.
The fan mail is just gonna start rolling in, man. So do you have any original songs that you've written yourself that you'd like to play for us?
Sure.
Sweet. What's this one called?
Oh, this is the Missoula Valley Yodel.
The Missoula Valley Yodel. Beautiful.
I've got holes in both my pockets. They match the ones in my shoes. My feet don't bother when I'm walking. Oh, they know I'm walking back to you. And when the sun breaks over into the valley, and the far porch shines pure and true. Oh, that's when I begin my looking for the lane in my sweet song that I sing just for you. Oh, my sweet song that I sing just for you. I work each week for $50. Oh, it didn't spoil a man, I know it's true. Well, it gets me as far as the next whiskey bar, but oh, I will spend it all on you. Oh, I will spend it all on you. That kind soul across one day stumble, offer him a hand up and a piece of chew. 'Cause he may not look the same, and he may not think the same, but I bet he smells the same as me and you do. Well, I bet he smells just the same as you.
That is awesome, man. I can't help but notice that microphone sounds amazing.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, this is the result of a recent obsession caused by other musicians sounding really, really good. But this is a 1951 Shure 55S, which a lot of people call the Elvis mic, Steve.
Nice.
Yeah.
And why do they call it the Elvis mic? Was Elvis Presley a big fan of that particular model?
So there were a lot of pictures. Specifically, there's a stamp that was released, a commemorative stamp that had Elvis holding that microphone, and there's some pictures of him with it. And I'm sure he did probably use it on some occasions, but there were other microphones that it's funny that it's called the Elvis mic, because in a live situation, like, there's some people who've said, like, no, he mostly used this other thing.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a lot of pictures of him with what's called an EV664, which is a different, really cool looking chrome mic from the same era.
And yet you've done some work to that microphone, correct?
I did, because when I got it, it didn't work, and I couldn't resurrect it. So I contacted the company that made it and got a modern replacement element, which is an R115S.
Okay. We write that down.
Yeah, you better write that down. You'll need it. But I think it's the same as another microphone they use. And scooped it out and rewired it and put new foam in it. And,
awesome. You are a handy son of a gun.
Hey, thanks.
You took a broken, dead microphone and you brought it back to life, and it sounds amazing.
Well, thank you. I've honestly been inspired by a lot of other people who I've met locally that build cool stuff. Like, I got into it mostly through Ryan Rukavina at Rukavina Guitars. He helped me build a guitar.
Sweet.
And you should have him on your show.
I should have him on my show. Where's Rukavina Guitars? Where are they? Are they in Missoula?
They're here in Missoula at the Saratana Studios.
Okay. Yeah, I know right where that is.
There you go.
I got my tattoo there.
Yeah, he's just around the corner from there.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy and a really talented luthier.
Sweet, man.
He helped me build a double neck guitar. That's a 10-string steel guitar on the bottom.
Oh, wow.
And a 6-string.
Why don't you bring that over?
Guitar. Oh, I thought I could, but it would take. It kind of takes up a lot.
There's
of room.
so much space here.
I know. Maybe I'll come back next time and show you a whole different style. I did play that in a band with Joey Running Crane for a while.
Oh, did you? Which band?
That was in Joey Running Crane and the Dirty Birds.
Oh, nice, nice. Are they not? That's not
a thing anymore. Or if it is, I don't know what. It might be.
If it is, they booted your ass out.
I know exactly. Like, Joey actually is supposed to be back in town tomorrow.
Oh, sweet. I should get him on here.
Yeah, you want to call him?
Yeah, let's call Joey. Let's call Joey Running Crane.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Okay. I'm going to read his number live on there, too.
Are you? So. Do you think he's okay with that?
I don't think so.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
We'll not do that.
With that.
But I
don't want to throw anyone under the bus here. I don't want to throw anyone in under the bus.
But I'm excited to see Joey come back. See what happens in Missoula. I bet he always answers his phone too.
Sweet. He's a good phone answerer.
He is.
That Joey Running Crane.
That's what a lot of people say about him. He's great about it.
He gives good phone.
The best.
My roommate gives really good phone too.
I wish I gave.
Talk to you for hours, you will.
I can't do it. Oh, really?
Come on, mister. Mister always answers.
Hello?
Hi, Joey. This is Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
And it's Humpy. Guess what? You're live on the air on Trailers and Trash, America's brokest talk show.
Oh, Christ.
How's that? That's really something. We're actually calling you from a landline, Joey. Can you believe that?
Oh, that's cool, Aaron.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking here, and you're coming back to Missoula tomorrow, right?
I am. I'm actually getting all my clothes and crap together right now.
That's really exciting.
How many pounds of clothes do you have, Joey?
How many pounds? Oh, God. I don't know. Total, I would say the stuff I'm carrying, 20, 25 pounds, maybe. 25
pounds of clothes?
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm bad at figuring out weights and stuff, estimating weights and distances.
It's hard. It's tricky. Where have you been? Why aren't
in Browning?
In Browning, I hear it's beautiful this time of year.
That's pretty relative. I would say.
Are you gonna be coming back? You gonna be playing some shows here in Missoula? Playing that guitar of yours?
That's the idea. I got a brand new one.
Oh, sweet! What kind did you get?
Oh, it's just It's just kind of a budget item here. It's a Fender CD60 something acoustic electric. It has like an onboard. It's a neat little guitar. It has a tuner on it.
Sweet. So you have a neat little Fender guitar.
Yeah.
That is, that's bitchin', dude.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'm pretty excited about it too. Well, do you have a show booked already? Do you wanna shout it out?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. January 7th at the VFW, and then January 30th for Jason McMackin's birthday. I think I'm at the VFW too. I'm not sure where that one is.
Probably they're all at the VFW, aren't they? Like every show? Every show is pretty much at the VFW.
I don't think Missoula is grateful enough to our veterans of foreign wars for providing us with this excellent rock scene.
Seriously, it's hilarious because 1 minute you'll walk in there, it'll be about 9 p.m. and there will be like a bingo game going on. An hour later, there's a bunch of drunk people with their shirts off just dancing, having a good time.
And that's
exactly what I thought when the OCs came and played. That was because the room was packed, and it's so packed that it actually had pushed the band. The threshold between the band and the audience was pushed back by about 10 feet, so the band had about 4 or 5 feet to play. It was just going wild, and it was like a Friday night. And then you like think back to Monday evening, and there was a bunch of blue hairs back there playing bingo and just some guy.
Well, it's funny because the really hardcore ones, they'll like stick around during the show and they won't even notice that a show's happening. They just chill in their beer and they're just happy as clams. They're so cool for letting that go on there.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I worked there for a little bit, and they were doing cool stuff there for sure.
Awesome. Well, hey, Joey, it was great talking to you. I can't wait to see you play. Shout out those dates one more time.
What's that?
Will you shout out those dates that you're playing one more time?
January 7th and January 30th.
January 7th and January 30th at the VFW. Thanks, Joey. We'll talk to you later, bud.
Thank you, Joey.
All right, take care.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. He fell right in. At first he said, "Oh, cripes." But he was on the air, he was live, and he pulled it together.
He's a natural, really. If I've ever met a natural performer in my life, then it was
Joey.
Probably Joey.
He's a mean guitar player too. Well, I mean, he's a nice guy, but he plays guitar really well. He's not mean.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Everybody, wears many masks.
Everyone has that potential.
Let's not like put Joey in any boxes.
Yeah, let's not throw Joey under the bus.
Oh man,
not tonight. We'll wait till he's actually on the show.
He's pretty aerodynamic, though.
He is.
If we were gonna throw anybody under the bus,
it should probably be me.
Maybe. I'm really not a fan of throwing people.
I'm not either. I like to shove them.
Yeah.
I like to maybe trip them, but I don't like to throw them.
Usually in crowded areas where it's hard to determine who the actual shovey was.
Did you brought some zines of some sort from what I understand?
Like all people who play acoustic guitar, I also write bad poetry.
Do you? Wow. Let's bust that out. Let's open that can of worms, huh?
Let's do it.
If you want to call Aaron Jennings, call 406-926-2630. You gotta repeat that a lot.
No, it's important. We should get you a flashing banner with the number.
That would be awesome.
I think that would be ideal.
Working on that. Definitely working on that. Oh wow, look at those. Look at the art on those.
Yeah. So these are a limited run. I published, I think, about 20 of each of these, a long time ago. I think this was 7 years ago or 8 years ago. I'll read from this one because it's the only one I have 2 copies of.
Sweet.
So I did this because I went to the Portland Zine Symposium with my lovely wife, who also publishes zines. So,
nice.
Okay. Some of this is really bad. I'm just going to warn you guys. That's why I brought this.
Well, how about you read a poem, and then I will read an even worse poem that I wrote.
Okay.
We'll have like a contest to see who can have like the worst poem.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Nothing much to do here. Nothing much to say. Nothing much to be here. So in comes this notion. Get your ass to the ocean. You've never shown fear or weakness in the face of motion sickness. So in any case, take this as a sign. Time has flown. The eagle has left the nest. Trust me. On international waters, we can be free. free from obsession, depression, madness, greed, idol worship, cannibalism, desire, and need. 15 miles from land, no one can hear you scream. Nobody lives in the sea, just 2 million fishes and me. And here's some doodling. Oh yeah. You haven't seen anything like that out of high school.
That's beautiful. Yeah, no, I really like the art in it.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Somewhere out there, that there might be a copy of that at someone's bookshelf.
I'll bet there is.
Yeah.
I'll bet there was one. I think there was a couple of these at the lab at one point.
Oh, maybe.
Seems like it.
That's right. Did you used to live at the lab?
Yep. Yeah, for a while.
So, and I'm so sorry if I keep ruining your name.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, I guess, you know, on the air I go by Marles Sparkly, I go by Humpy. You know, it's whatever. It's loose.
Marles.
Yeah.
I appreciate your candor and your ability to shift. Like I said, we all wear many masks and roles. Like The
Mask We Wear. Remember that movie, The Mask? When what's his name? Not Ben Stiller, the doctor guy. What?
I'm terrible with actor
names.
names.
Ben. It's something Ben. He did the Clear Eyes commercial. Ben Stein.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
I remember him because he had that game show.
He did have the Ben Stein game show. Whatever happened to that?
I don't know.
That show was almost as successful as my show.
We should absolutely figure out whatever happened to Ben Stein.
Let's start a movement.
Yeah.
Let's start a Ben Stein movement. Bring back Ben Stein.
A petition to get to restore Ben Stein's career.
Yeah, I think he needs it. Well, I think we're about out of. Oh, we got a phone call.
Somebody knows if maybe it's Ben Stein.
Hello, Trailers and Trash. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Spencer.
Oh, hey. Oh, well, hey, Spencer.
How's it going?
Good. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine.
Did you get our message?
I did.
You did, and you called us back.
Yeah. You know, Spencer, you're not half
bad.
bad.
Fun inside Star Wars.
You did? I haven't seen it yet, Spencer.
Oh man, it was really good. What happened in Star Wars? Would you like to tell everyone?
Yoda comes back.
Yoda does come back, huh? And Kanye Ren and Han Yolo get in a jousting tournament, right? There's a jousting tournament.
There's a lot of jousting. It's mostly jousting. It's basically like an episode of American Gladiators. 2 hours.
Aaron's sitting here with his ears plugged, going la 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 la, because he thinks we're gonna spoil it for him. Can you believe that?
No, I wouldn't.
Is there anything you want to talk to your friend Aaron? I'm here with Aaron. Did you know that?
I do know that.
You're pretty observant, Spencer.
How did you know that, Spencer?
Because you left a message. I listened to your message.
So that you listened to the message and you gathered evidence and you deduced that I was sitting here with Aaron Jennings.
Live on the internet, yes.
That's are you watching it? Are you watching it on the internet live right now?
Oh, I'm outside.
Oh.
Spencer, I just have one question for you.
Okay.
Are you a scientist?
How am I a scientist?
Because you gathered evidence, you produced a theory, and then you proved that theory.
I'm more of like a private dick. Okay, private, huh?
Spencer, I'll bet you graduated high school, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Man, I didn't.
Me either.
Yeah, no, I went through the motions.
So what?
I went through college too.
So what have you been up to since last time we talked to you? We talked to you last summer. You were on the show, right?
Yeah.
You played a couple songs.
I played a few shows. I have a whole bunch coming up in January.
Oh, do you? Tell us a little bit about that.
I have one at Symes Hot Springs with my Dixieland band.
Yeah.
Oh man, Symes is a spooky place.
Yeah, no.
Look out for ghosts.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. And then we got, what else is coming up? Oh, I'm playing a show at the public library on the 23rd.
Oh, sweet, man. What time?
10 in the morning.
So January 23rd at Missoula Public Library at 10 in the morning, Spencer will be playing. What was the date for the Symes show?
January 8th.
January 8th at Symes Hot Springs, Spencer will be playing. Any other ones you want to tell us about?
I can't think of right now.
Do you want to tell Aaron that you love him?
I love you, Aaron.
He loves you.
I know he loves me.
So after we tried to call you, Aaron's mom, Vicky, called us back. And she wanted to make it very, very clear that you're a very nice fellow and that, you know, you're a good guy.
You're a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that Vicky called and wanted to make sure that we were going to be nice to you, I think is what she was doing.
Oh,
You've got,
to be mean.
You've got people.
We need Otter Pops.
I wish we had some Otter Pops. We're fresh out. Dude, we don't even have any more fucking chairs in the trailer. I'm sitting on a damn storage container right now, and Aaron's sitting on a freaking like organ bench.
Thanks for giving me the nice chair. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, mine kind of broke. I'm like sitting halfway in a storage container right now. That's why it's the brokest stock show in America, right, buddy?
Hey!
Hey!
See, now you've got a theme song and a catchphrase.
This is yeah, things are really picking up, and we have these monitors in the back. Yeah, we got a landline now, Spencer. We have monitors that are playing video in the background. Aaron has his microphone that he rebuilt.
Wow, this is not the trailers and trash that I was on.
No, this isn't that rinky-dink half-ass thing that we tried to put together in the front yard. Hey, can you hear that dog barking?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Uh-huh.
Kane says hi.
He's our number one fan. He really, really wants to get on air.
He really does. But he'll just have to wait, won't he?
I've never seen a dog jump that high.
Hey, so when are you coming back on the show, Spencer?
I don't know, whenever you have me.
Okay, call you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was great.
He called back. Spencer called back.
In his own, maybe he's not so bad.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's ringing off the hook. Hello, you're on Trailers and Trash. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Jesse Bachman, bud. Just calling from the moon. Just wanted to say I love the show.
Oh, I'm glad you like the show. You're watching from where now?
I'm watching from the moon.
From the moon?
From the moon.
What part of the moon are you? Are you near that crater that looks like a face?
On the dark side of the moon.
Oh, not. Do you want to ask Aaron Jennings a question here?
No, just want to say, you guys are doing great. Keep up the good work, bud.
Oh, hey, thanks for calling, buddy. What's your name?
Yeah, bud, Jesse Bachman.
Oh, this is Jesse Bachman. Wow, can you imagine that? Jesse Bachman. Wow, the one and only.
Man, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to reach out to us. I know it's not easy up there. It gets pretty cold.
For sure, bud. All right, bud, I got to go.
All right, later, buddy.
Okay, bye, bud.
I wonder what astronauts eat in space.
I don't think that was really Jesse Bachman for some reason. Oh, do we have another one of these?
We do.
So anything else you want to touch bases on, talk about before we wrap her up here?
Oh, gosh. Let's take a shot and see if
let's take a shot, see if that jogs your brain.
Well, I'd like to say like a formal goodbye to 2015. Is this the first Trailers and Trash of 2016?
This is the first Trailers and Trash of 2016. Yep.
Then Humpy, I really do think that this is to you. Like, well done.
Thanks, bud.
Well done. This is your second year.
This is we started last summer in June. Yeah, is when we did the first episode. We've done about 20, I think, and I've taken a couple of them down because I was a little bit liquored up, maybe said some things that I didn't want to reflect on me.
Well, that's okay. Those are for the collections years from now.
Yep, for the diehard fans, for the Trailers and Trash super fans.
Well, I hope that things keep growing for you. That's
awesome.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. You're gonna lead us out with another song, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So one more song by Aaron Jennings. This one is called
I'm My Own Grandpa.
Oh, God, I love this song from the Stupids, right?
Well, it's actually way older than that.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was originally by Oscar and Lonzo were the duo who performed it, but it's actually, I think, from the late 30s, early 40s.
Awesome. I'm My Own Grandpa by Aaron Jennings.
Well, not by Aaron Jennings, but
performed by Aaron Jennings.
It was many, many years ago when I was 23. I was married to a widow who was as pretty as can be. This widow had grown a daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her and soon these two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law, which changed my very life. My daughter was my mother, for she was my father's wife. And to complicate the matter even though I enjoy it, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. This bouncing baby then became a brother-in-law to dad, which made him my new uncle, though it made me very sad. My wife was now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Oh, father's wife didn't have a son, which kept him on the run, which made him my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife was now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. And if my wife is my grandmother, then I am my own grandchild. And every time I think of that, it really drives me wild. And thus I had become the strangest that she ever saw. Husband to my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Come on, baby. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa.
That was awesome. You know, a lot of people don't realize that when people yodel, they're not just like doing a bunch of random like voice stuff. It's actually like a kind of an art. It's kind of hard to learn, but you do it well, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. It takes years of alienating all your friends and associates.
Kind of like learning the accordion.
Absolutely.
For sure. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Had a great time. One more question. Can you show me how to turn this fucking thing off?
Yeah, totally.
I still haven't figured it out.
The
computer camera.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how to turn that fucking thing off? I can't.
Yeah, it's easy. You just walk over to it.
All right.
Do you have a hammer?
No. Can you do it without a hammer? You getting it? Is it?
I think so. Bye bye.
You got it?